have heard that he is doing well. We have a lot of mutual friends that are keeping me updated. I've been praying really hard for him.
Tiffany Haddish is back in the news again, and I need y'all to hear her out. This time, she isn't just going on and on about ignorant mess. She actually spilled major tea about the assassination attack on Jamie Foxx's life. And baby, all I can say is this is the only time Tiffany's big mouth has served a real purpose. She exposed everyone who was involved and also confirmed that Jamie's health emergency wasn't just a random health scare. Someone was actively trying to get rid of him because he knows too much. A lot of people were already suspecting that there was some foul play involved, but now people are looking into it even more after Tiffany's recent claims. And get this, Jamie also finally opened up about what happened after years of only giving us surface level information, and baby, the tea is hot. This entire mess goes all the way back to April 2023, when news broke that Jamie was in the hospital fighting for his life as a result of a blood clot in his brain. A lot of people immediately side-eyed the situation because Jamie was very healthy. Second, his family didn't want to give the public any details at all, and they tightened up the security at the hospital, almost as if they were anticipating for someone to sneak into the ICU and finish the job. Anyway, Jamie survived it, and the first thing he did was to jump on social media to address the rumors surrounding his illness. He said the entire experience was very traumatic for him, and even compared it to him going to hell and back.
I cannot even begin to tell you how far it took me and how it brought me back. I went through something that I thought I would never ever go through. And I know a lot of people were waiting, or wanting to hear updates, but to be honest with you, I just didn't want you to see me like that, man. I want you to see me laughing. Now, by being quiet, sometimes things, get out of hand. People saying what I got. Some people said I was blind, but as you can see, the eyes are working. The eyes are working just fine. They said I was paralyzed. I'm not paralyzed. But I did go through, and I know they talk about people crying on videos. You could do take two, but I'm not gonna do a take two. It is what it is, and if you see me out from now on and every once in a while I just burst into tears, is because it's been tough, man. I was sick, man, but now I got my legs under me, so you're gonna see me out. But like I said, I just want you to remember me for the jokes that I crack, the movies that I make. Some of them good, some of them ain't. I think I got a good one out. And the songs that I sing, man. And then, some people were talking about I'm clone.
Now, of course, people were happy to see him getting better, but they also couldn't help but point out how emotional and spiritually drained he looked. The first suspect on everyone's list was Diddy, because prior to Jamie getting sick, Jamie was going around spilling some tea about Diddy that Diddy didn't want people knowing about, out there telling Diddy's business to the internet. In fact, it has been rumored for a while now that Jamie was allegedly one of the celebrities who were at Diddy's freak-off parties. What really made these allegations start going crazy was when an old interview that Jamie did a while back went viral on social media while he was still in the hospital fighting for his life. Jamie revealed he saw a bunch of naked people who were mostly popular celebrities having a wild freak-off. He said at the time he wasn't as big of a celebrity as he is now, and since those parties were so private, he agreed to bring his camera along and be Diddy's cameraman for the night, just so we can see what was going on inside. And of course this worked. We all know Diddy loved to record the freak-off, so he was obviously going to say yes. He gets to fully participate in the freak-off while Jamie recorded, and at the end, he'll just get the footage from Jamie and keep it to himself. In fact, if y'all remember, Cassie said in her lawsuit that Diddy used to film these parties and keep the videos as leverage over the people who attended. He knows these people wouldn't want their private videos out in public, so he can use that to control them for as long as he needs to. Word on the street is Jamie knows too much, and that's why he was one of the first ones to be targeted once it was time to clean the house. In fact, after that interview of him admitting to seeing those freak-offs went viral, people started speculating that Diddy was behind the assassination attempt on his life. And these allegations got worse when Diddy's former bodyguard, Big Homie CC, blatantly accused Diddy of being responsible for Jamie's illness. According to him, Diddy poisoned Jamie with cyanide. Big Homie claims Diddy tried taking him out too by poisoning him with the same substance on 2 occasions, with the second attempt getting his brother also poisoned in the process, but he made it out of both attempts alive. As if all this wasn't wild enough, he said the reason why Jamie was and still is secretive about the details details of his stroke is because he reported Diddy to the FBI for poisoning him, but he didn't have enough evidence to back it up, so the case was never made public. Mind you, this was all before Cassie exposed Diddy, so Jamie coming out without proof would have definitely made him look crazy to a lot of people.
Well, I know he poisoned Jamie Foxx, and Jamie Foxx reported him to the FBI because of it. I know that's a fact.
So, wait, you're saying that Diddy poisoned Jamie Foxx and that's how Jamie Foxx got sick?
Jamie Foxx reported this man to the FBI because of this. Facts.
Wow. Okay, and how did you hear about this? If you can tell me, or if you can't, that's all good. But you know what I'm saying, like, well, you know, people are they're gonna want to know, you know what I'm saying, how this happened, or you know what I'm saying, what's the backstory to this?
But by the time this drop, this is gonna be in the stratosphere. It's gonna be in the ether by the time this drop. You can probably look it up right now. But by the time this interview drop, this is gonna be out in the ether for sure. These people poison people, bro. I've been poisoned 3 times. Why am I testing positive for cyanide? You feel me? Why do I had pneumonia 3 times? So people like, man, why he breathe like that? Because I only got 1 lung. And then I had a car crash. I got 1 nostril permanently blocked. And I done had pneumonia 3 times. Somebody been trying to poison me. My brother got poisoned with me. The little lady I was bodyguarding, she got poisoned. Like, somebody is carrying on these antics. These is facts.
Is there any idea why Diddy would want to poison Jamie Foxx?
You get called to testify if you on camera and some of this footage and you want to make it a little bit easier for yourself. It's ways in this industry people go about doing things. Just know I tested positive for cyanide 3 times. After drinking some bottles in the club. Once you get hit with the cyanide, it turned into pneumonia. I had it 3 times. So.
And notice how he said cyanide can produce pneumonia-like symptoms? Well, guess who apparently died from pneumonia? Kim Porter. No one is saying Diddy had a hand in Kim's death, but there have been rumors going around way before he even got exposed that he had a hand in it, so I guess we'll just have to wait for the feds to conclude on that. Anyway, this is when Tiffany Haddish stepped into the chat and spilled all the tea. You see, back when Jamie was in the hospital, she was one of the few celebrities who came out to advocate for him. Tiffany didn't explicitly say what was wrong with Jamie at the time, even though she had been getting info from his family, but she told people to stop bothering Jamie because his illness was much deeper than any of us realized. What I can do is pray for him and let him know that there's nothing but love and peace over here for him. He just don't want to be bothered with y'all. At the time, people dragged Tiffany because they felt like she was hiding things, but after everything we know now, it makes sense that she was just helping her family keep the details of his illness off the internet because people who did it were still watching, and the last thing Jamie needed was for them to know he was doing well. In fact, right after Jamie came out of the hospital, he also alluded to the whole thing being an attack on his life and baby. He didn't hold back.
Dr. Schutte came out. He said, well, we didn't find where it was coming from, but he is having a stroke. He may be able to make a full recovery, but it's going to be the worst. My youngest daughter, she's 14. I didn't want her to see me like that. But she snuck into my hospital room with her guitar. I was paralyzed. Said I couldn't walk.
Now, if y'all were listening, you'll see that Jamie was saying a lot without saying too much because the people who did this to him are still out there. And the last thing he wants to do is give them a reason to spin the block and finish the job this time around. One person said Jamie told Diddy that he didn't want to go to his freaky after-party parties. The next thing he knew, he was waking up from a coma. Another person said, I believe he is under an attack by at least one particular person. His family won't say anything because they know he's in a lot of danger. The plan failed, but now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think of Jamie Foxx almost getting unalived? And do y'all believe the claims Tiffany Haddish is making about this being a planned attack to take him out? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and don't forget to click here to watch this other messy video.